What's going on, guys? TTL here, and we absolutely crushed it yesterday. We went 5-0 on our free picks. You can check the last video. We came back with a bang. It was our first video back, and we went 5-0. So let's sweep it again today. Go 5-0 yet again today, and let's just keep this heater going. So we're going to be playing on Underdog as we always do. You can use code TTL and get up to a $1,000 deposit bonus as well as a free month of VIP. I also do want to mention that starting next week, at the beginning of July, I'm going to be doing giveaways every single Friday. So starting July 4th, I'm going to be giving away between $250 to $500 every single Friday. I don't know how long this is going to be going, but just depending on how well we did the week prior, I'm just going to pick some people to win 250 to win up to $500. So the way I'm going to do that is when you join the Discord, this is a free section right here. This is the VIP section where you get the VIP chat, VIP giveaways. You get the VIP official plays for all of the apps, things like that. But there's a little free section which have a giveaway section. You click giveaway access, you verify your account, and then you get access to the giveaways. And I picked literally 30 people to win over $30, and I gave away $1,000 on Monday. Going to be continuing this, giving away money every single Friday. So go join the free Discord. The link is in the pinned comment, and hopefully I'll see you guys there. I also do post free sportsbook, free props, all of that in here as well. But if you do want VIP, you can do that by clicking Become VIP as well. There's a WAP link and a Patreon link. You can use either one to sign up. Highly recommend it. You get all of the pick'em apps. You get props, money line spreads. You get VIP only watch parties and live streams, VIP only giveaways, and a daily props list with prop write ups, things like that. We've been absolutely killing it. I highly recommend you guys check it out. So let's get into today's video, though. Thank you guys so much for all the love and the support over the past few years. Get into today's picks. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna start off with Zack Wheeler. Let's go ahead and type him in here. And we're gonna take his under 5.5 hits allowed. This is versus the Astros, and now I do think the Astros actually win this game. But I don't think it's gonna be by much. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game overall. And I think that Zack Wheeler is not going to give up 6 or more hits allowed. And I mean, the Astros could even score 2 or 3 runs with getting less than 5.5 hits allowed, or 5.5 hits on Zack Wheeler. I'm loving the spot for him. This game doesn't start till 8:10 p.m. It's a 0.92x, so almost a full payout over on Underdog. And then when we head over to predictiveprofits.ai, by the way, all of those props yesterday taken straight from Predictive Profits AI. You guys saw it in the video. Use code TTL50, get 50% off your first week or month. You're not going to regret it. Best research tool in the game. But we're going to go ahead and search up Zack Wheeler, and we can see his hits allowed line is at 5.5. The odds are minus 165 over on Sportsbooks, and the under has a projected hit rate of 86.35%. And when we click on this, we can see he's went under this in 5 of his last 5. He's went under this in 10 straight games this season. And in 2025, he's went under this in 13 of 15 games where he's played. So an 86.7% hit rate so far this season. We have him projected for 4.08, so around 4 hits allowed in today's matchup. He's averaging 6.1 innings pitched per game. And when we take a look, we can see the OBP 0.46, which is really good actually, 0, 0.25, 0.33, 0.33, 0.00. So there's not much of a sample size for most of these except for Christian Walker and Jeremy Pena. Pena 0.25, so it's not that bad of an OBP. Christian Walker has an insane OBP though, but other than him, it doesn't seem like the Astros really hit on Zack Wheeler too much. I'm loving this matchup for him. Let's go ahead and take the under 5.5 hits allowed and move on to our second prop of the day, which is going to be Matthew Boyd. And we're going to take his under 2.5 earned runs allowed. This one's a 0.92x as well. This is versus the Cardinals, and I'm loving this matchup for him today. And when we take a look, we can see the Matthew Boyd earned runs allowed line is at 2.5. The odds are minus 150 on sports books, and the under is projected to hit at an 82.39% projected hit rate. So I'm loving this. Let's lock this in. Let's take a look. We can see he's went under this in 5 of his last 5. He's went under this in 8 of his last 10. The only 2 games he went over were versus the Reds and versus the White Sox. And then in 2025, he's went under this in 11 of 15 games, a 73.3% hit rate this season. The games he's went over, we can see the Dodgers, White Sox, Reds. So that makes sense in all of those except for the White Sox, honestly. I guess he's just bad versus the White Sox batters. Who knows? When we take a look at the Cardinals batters, we can see OBP 0, 1, which is just a 1 at bat sample size, 0, 0.2, 0, 0.14, 0.33. But none of these batters really have too much of a sample size versus Matthew Boyd, so I'm definitely interested in seeing how they perform today. We have him projected for 1.63 over on predictive profits, so somewhere between 1 and 2 earned runs allowed, but as long as he stays under the 2.5 number, that's all I really care about, right? I mean, if I'm taking under 2.5, I'm taking under 2.5. If he gets 0, that's great. 1, that's great. 2, that's great. Just don't get 3. But Matthew Boyd under 2.5 earned runs allowed. Lock it in. Our third pick of the day is going to be Brady Singer. This one's going to be for a full payout. Wow, this one already got bumped. This one actually got bumped pretty decently. But under 3.5 earned runs allowed. It's a 0.91x now. This was a full payout literally 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. I guess I've been recording for about 6 minutes now. So about 10 minutes ago, it was full payout for the under 3.5. So that's beautiful. Now this is versus the Yankees. The Yankees are known. They have a lot of heavy hitters. But Brady Singer's a pretty decent pitcher. The 3.5 earned runs allowed is a higher number than most pitchers are going to have. Most of the time, this line's at 2.5. So I'm loving this for Brady Singer. And when we take a look at this, we can see it's minus 160 on sportsbooks, a projected hit rate of 81.19%. And when we take a look, we can see he's went under this in 5 straight games. He's went under this in 8 of his last 10. And this season, he's went under in 13 of 15, an 86.7% hit rate of going under 3.5 earned runs allowed. The games he's went over were versus the Astros and versus the Braves. And I mean, both of those teams are really good teams. He's averaging 5 innings pitched per game. The only game he actually went under 4 was that game versus the Astros right here, where he only went 2. When we take a look versus the Yankees, now I will say the Yankees batters versus Brady Singer are pretty decent. And when we take a look at this, now we have to remember this is a low sample size on everyone except for Judge. Now Judge has a 0.5 OBP, and we know that he is a very heavy hitter, but he also does have 30.8% strikeout rate. So, I mean, it's kind of 50-50 here. Hopefully he doesn't get a hit on Brady Singer today. But a 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.4, 0.6, which is crazy for LeMahieu. And a 6 at-bat sample size there. 0.375, 0.5, 0.2, 0.5, 0. So this could go either way, but with his line being at 3.5 and him going under an 86.7% of games this season thus far, we have him projected for 2.3 today, so around 2 earned runs. But even if he gives up 3, as long as he doesn't give up 4, we're fine. So let's lock in Brady Singer under 3.5 and move on to our fourth prop of the day, which is going to be Max Fried under 2.5 earned runs allowed. This one's a 0.83x. This is just on the opposite end of that game versus the Reds. And when we take a look at this, it's minus 190 on sportsbooks, which explains the 0.83x on underdog, a 72.3% projected hit rate. He's went under this in 3 of his last 5, in 8 of his last 10, and in 14 of 16 games this season, an 87.5% hit rate this season. The games he went over were versus the Orioles and versus the Dodgers. Shouldn't happen versus the Reds today. We can take a look. OBP 0.33, but it's a 2 at-bat sample size, 2 at-bat sample size, and a 1 at-bat sample size. So it's really hard to tell. We have him projected for 1.89, so we can assume around 2 earned runs allowed in today's matchup. Let's go ahead and take Max Fried under 2.5, and let's lock in our 5th and final pick of the day, which is going to be Nick Pivetta. And we're going to take his over 1.5 earned runs allowed to finish out this 5-pick. This game is the earliest game we're taking today, for the free picks at least, and that's 4:10 p.m. versus the Nationals. Now, I do actually think the Nationals win this game, and I think I have the over game total. Let me take a look. So I actually don't have the Nationals winning. I thought I did, but I do have the Nationals Padres game going over 7.5 game total. So loving this pick today for Pivetta over 1.5. And when we take a look at the prop here on predictive, we can see it's a minus 175 odds on sports books, a 71.68% projected hit rate. He's went over this in 5 straight games. He's went over this in 8 of his last 10. And this season, he's went over in 9 of 15, a 60% hit rate of going over. We have him projected for 2.66, so we can round up to around 3 earned runs in today's matchup. Loving this pick today. When we look at who he is against today, we can see an OBP of 0.3, 0.67, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3. The only one of these that actually has a high at bat, a high sample size, would be Rosario, though, which is a 0.292 OBP, 6 hits and 23 at bats. So we'll see how this performs, but I do think he's going to give up more than 1.5 runs. I think he's giving up 2 or 3 in today's matchup. So let's lock this in today. Let's go 5-0 yet again. And yet again, just like yesterday, I will make a slip of all 5 of these, just so we can keep track. Let me go ahead and post this in VIP. This is going to be a 9.84x for all 5. Let's lock it in, and we'll call it a day. So thank you guys for watching the video. Hit that thumbs up button. We went 5-0 yesterday, and anyone that leaves a comment on today's video will have a chance at winning a free month of VIP. I'll pick that in tomorrow's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.